Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we're going to be making something different. We're going to be making lasagna, okay? But before we get into the recipe, if you're yet to subscribe, please do well to subscribe. Also click on the notification bell so that you're notified every time I post a new content. Let's get started. Now I'm going to take you guys through the list of ingredients for this recipe. You're going to be using some chopped tomatoes. I'm using some canned chopped tomatoes. Feel free to use fresh. You're going to be using some cheese. Mozzarella is my favorite. I'm going to use some butter. And these are lasagna sheets, okay? This is from Barilla, and yeah, that's what we're going to be using. We're going to be using some fresh herbs, and I like to process my herbs when I buy them. So this is a mix of, I think, sage, thyme and parsley, okay, with some onions, garlic, and scotch bonnet peppers. All right, we're going to be using some full cream milk, some beef, that's some minced beef, and finally we're going to be using some flour rather. All right, so to get started, we're going to start by adding some olive oil to a pan, and we're going to saute our fresh herbs. Okay, I haven't sauteed them, I just blended them up and put them in a jar, and I put some olive oil on top of it as well. So once it's cooked and already fragrant, you're going to add your cans of chopped tomatoes. Like I said, you can use fresh tomatoes as well. But you guys know I'm a canned tomato girl, okay? So I like to use canned tomatoes. So I'm going to mix that up, and I'm going to proceed to add my beef, okay? My minced beef. It was a bit frozen, so I tried to break them up into little chunks, but this was as much as I could do, okay? But that's fine. It's going to cook up in the sauce. And yeah, we're going to put that, and we're going to season with some sazon. We're going to add some whole oregano. If you have fresh, all the better. I'm also going to add some salt to these for taste. Now the sauce for lasagna is just best made with fresh herbs alone, so please skip the seasoning for this recipe, okay? It gives the lasagna a very fresh and delicious taste. Now you're going to mix everything together, cover, and allow that to cook, okay? While that is cooking up, I'm going to grate up my cheese. You can use a mixture of mozzarella and cheddar cheese, whatever cheese that you fancy, okay? Now once I'm done shredding that, I'm going to go back to my sauce, and it is looking like it is done, okay? Once your sauce has thickened up and the oil has begun to float like this, you want to take it off the heat. You know your sauce is done, okay? You don't want it to fry like you're frying like you're frying atadidi or fried stew, okay? If you're not from Nigeria, atadindi is just cold fried stew, right? Now this is what your sauce should be looking like, thick without all that oil floating on top, okay? The next thing we're going to make is our bechamel sauce, and to do that, you're going to add some butter. I used about 4 tablespoons of butter and 4 tablespoons of flour, okay? You're going to mix that up, and once it comes together, you're going to go ahead to add about 3 cups of whole milk, okay? You want to stir this up really quickly so that there are no lumps in your sauce, okay? I added a cup first, and I began to stir, then I proceeded to add the remaining 2 cups, and I just kept this spatula that I'm using, and I used a whisk. It was easier to break down the flour and the butter that way, okay? I'm going to add a little bit of salt to season it, and a little bit of nutmeg. You can also add black pepper, all right? Now once that has begun to thicken up, you're going to take it off the heat and ready to assemble our lasagna. Now my Barilla is a no cook noodle, so I don't need to cook this, but check the instruction on your lasagna sheet. If you need to cook it, please cook it, all right? But my mine said do not cook. Now I'm going to add our sauce first at the bottom of the pan. I'm going to go ahead to add our minced beef filling, all right? You're going to be very generous with it. Like, fun fact, guys, I thought I would have leftover minced beef filling, but this thing did not even go round, okay? Now once I'm done doing that, I'm going to add more of that sauce, and I am going to add our noodles, okay? And you're just going to add the noodles to fill up your pan, all right? Now if you do not know, lasagna is a recipe from Italy. It originated from Italy, and I had it a couple of weeks back, and I have been craving it since I had it, okay? Now if your pasta sheet can go around your tray, your baking tray, and their spaces, you can just break it up like I did and fill the leftover space, okay? Now we're going to repeat the process again until we have exhausted our sauce and our minced beef filling. Okay, so that's what I'm just going to doing here right now. I'm adding more of that bechamel sauce, and I'm going to add our minced beef filling again. And once I'm done adding that, I am going to add our pasta on top of it. I'm going ahead to add my mozzarella cheese. You're going to be very generous with your cheese, okay? I mean, this is not a very healthy recipe, but it's absolutely delicious. And also, it's a once in a while kind of thing. So anytime I'm ready to indulge, this is definitely something I'm going to make. I'm going to cover that again with some pasta, with some noodle shit. And yeah, once I'm done doing that, I'm going to add more of that minced beef filling and bechamel sauce before I finally top it up with cheese, okay? Now, while we're on that, I just wanted to quickly talk to you guys. I'm thinking of exploring recipes from different parts of the country. So please let me know, not country, from different parts of the world. I think one of the reasons I started food blogging was to explore, different recipes from different parts of the world, because you can experience somebody's culture through their food, okay? Now, I'm starting with this recipe, which is the lasagna recipe. And I want to get you guys' thoughts. If you guys would be interested in learning, food recipes from different parts of the world. If there's something that you'd be interested in, please let me know in the comment section, okay? And I'll do well to bring you those recipes. And if you have any recipe recommendation, also let me know. Now I'm topping it up with my final layer of cheese. All right, you're going to be very generous with that cheese. And this is a good point to remind you guys that if you are yet to subscribe, please click on the subscribe button. Also hit the notification bell so that you're notified every time I post a new video. I mean, I say that every time. It's almost sounding like I'm almost sounding like a broken record, but I'm going to keep telling you guys because you guys have to subscribe, okay? Also, if you like the video, give it a thumbs up and don't forget to share with your friends and family. Now, I used up all that cheese that I showed you guys in the beginning, and I'm going to just cover this and allow it to bake in the oven, covered for about 35 to 40 minutes at 200 degrees C. And when that is done, I'm going to remove the foil and allow the top to broil so that I have this. Okay, guys, look at this beauty. Ew, God, I like how the cheese looks on top, and this is what your lasagna should be looking like. All right, now all that is left to do is to just slice into this delicious goodness. In retrospect, I think the only thing I would have done differently is added more layers of pasta. I think it needed more layers of pasta, okay? Yeah, other than that, this tasted so good. It tasted fresh thanks to the fresh herbs that I added. Everything tasted really good. I liked it. I liked it. I liked it. This was very, very, very good, okay? And I plated this and I wanted to give it a taste, and I was not disappointed. It was cheesy, it was meaty, and it was delicious. Thank you for watching, guys. I'll see you on my next one.